Hey guys, sorry about the background noise. I'm doing my video in our truck with the windows down because I needed some air. I was just out with my husband. We went to lunch. I'm trying really hard to be happy, to see the good in everything. I'm really trying. But you know how sometimes when you're out and all of a sudden you can't catch your breath? Usually it's anxiety, but sometimes it's grief. I kept feeling like I was being kicked in the stomach and at the same time falling from somewhere really high and landing on my back and having the wind knocked out of me. And I was just standing still. And it kept happening. And then we went over to Petco because I have a tarantula, because of course I do, to get her something to eat. And I was reminded again, anytime I go to a cash register, everywhere I go, how much did that hurt? I can't give a rational answer to that. So I always say not that bad, because I don't remember doing it. And they say, which one hurt the worst then? And I have to make up some random generic answer. And I'm reminded again and again that the substance of me doesn't matter. All that people see and all that people care about is my appearance. It's what I look like. And I hate talking about it. I really do. I understand why people are curious. And in the beginning, it didn't bother me because it let me talk about the things I wanted to talk about, which was mental health, about how I got here and how I wanted to stop other people from reaching this point. But now, that's all I get. How much did it hurt? How much does it cost to have it removed? What hurt more, doing it or having it removed? How much longer will it take? How are they going to do around your eyes? Not how are you? Not how are you feeling? And then it's really fun in public when I say I did it myself. How bad did that hurt? Why would someone do that to you? I did it to myself. Oh, all of a sudden then I'm scary. I wasn't scary when they thought someone else did it. But I'm scary when I admit that I have a mental illness that used to be really out of control. I am doing my best every single day to control the parts of me that want to destroy themselves. The darkness in me that seems to just spread. Once it starts to surface again, I can feel it. It's depression, I think. But once it starts to rear its ugly head again, when I really need support, all I get is, have you tried makeup? Do you think you could cover it with foundation? Maybe when I'm closer to being done. But the whole thing, all of this, was about mental health. And that's the last thing anybody wants to talk about. Because it's too real. And it's too scary to imagine a place where it was so dark and so desperate that someone would do this to themselves. Well, I'm telling you right now, it's real. It does get that dark. And you fight it. People like me fight it all the time. Right now, I'm dealing with the fact that, I do have borderline personality disorder, and I split on my mom a few weeks ago. The last time I split on her, I didn't talk to her for years. So I'm working through this, but I still can't get over the words that she said, the betrayal I and my grandma felt, and how callous and cold she was. It's like, you pretended for a year. You got me. You got me. I don't do well with betrayal or emotional manipulation, especially from people who already know how hard I fight. Because I do fight. I was sitting in the car on the ride home, and I looked in the mirror, the rear view, and it says, objects in mirror are closer than they appear. And that's how it is with mental health. You can push it back. You can try to put it on the back burner and dissociate life away. But it's all right there. It's a very thin veil between pushing it to the back and it fighting its way to the front. It's exhausting. But all I wanted to do was help people. But no one cares about that. How much did it hurt? It hurts now. And not for the reasons people think. Where do you work? Do you have a job? You can't really be married. Your daughter is in danger living with someone like you. I get how people think they can be cruel to me. How I brought it on myself. And I did. I really did during periods of psychosis where my brain was trying to find excuses for me. And it found the excuse through pain. And I still do sometimes. Pain. But I just don't want to be that anymore. It hurts. Because that's all I am. I'm nothing else. I'm how I destroyed myself. That's all I am. I'm a science experiment. Not a real person with feelings who can grieve like everybody else, who can be sad like everybody else, who needs a hand up like anybody else, because people are afraid of me. And I did it to myself. So I'm sorry if I offend you with how I look. I'm really just trying my best. It hurts. This is the one that hurt the most. I just want to be treated as human again. That's all.